For a moment, contemplate. What if the real barrier to the stars has very little to do with technology at all? What if universal reality is the eternal foundation upholding our growing capacity to understand, love, and be of service to others? What if to integrate with the cosmos, we first need to comprehend the real nature of God, the true purpose of the universe, and our vital place within it? What if there is no shortcut to our planetary realization of universe citizenship? What if we will have to earn that? What if we do have an opportunity in our mortal lives to help prepare the foundations for a world that will be in synchrony with our loving universe? Let's dive deeper. While we on this planet still remain shrouded from the truth of our cosmic family, be assured of this: we are on the cusp, the very brink, of understanding who we really are and our place in the heavens. With loving and patient anticipation, our celestial siblings and the entire cosmos awaits us, faithfully preparing with those of us who are steadfastly willing to work for the growth, redirection, and transformation of this world, to eventually overcome the chaos and confusion that began here so long ago and move us towards universal harmony and normalcy. The normalcy of love, peace, prosperity, and safety. Not just for some nations or groups, but for everyone on our entire planet. And this progress can be helped by the efforts of any and all of us. Consider this. Our planet is surrounded by other inhabited worlds, most of which are more advanced and well-ordered than ours. These are mortal evolutionary planets where people, much like us, are born and live out their lives. Many of these worlds are so close that we can see the distant glow of their suns by gazing into the night sky. The inhabitants of these worlds begin their universe ascension when their mortal lives are completed, much like we do. They awaken on the shores of the first mansion world, one of the sub-satellites of the satellites surrounding our system capital, Jerusalem. Understanding that we persist after this life is over may seem incredible or even unbelievable to many on this world. But those living on stable and more advanced spheres know that there are many astonishing paths into the universe that they may choose to take. And while this may not seem immediately relevant to us, here on our turbulent and disordered planet, it most certainly is. Remember, personal growth, much like planetary progress, is an earned status. Dare we envision the potential for our world's advancement in the distant future? Dare we hope what we might accomplish now in our lives towards that far-off planetary goal? All of our efforts matter. Every step of the journey counts. What about more advanced worlds? Spheres which are evolving towards and passing through the ages of light and life. Just how different might these places be?
Could you but visit a planet in an advanced stage of development, you would quickly grasp the reasons for providing for the differential reception of ascending mortals on the Mansion and higher Urantia worlds. You would readily understand that beings passing on from such highly evolved spheres are prepared to resume their paradise ascent far in advance of the average mortal arriving from a disordered and backward world like Urantia.
That is a vivid distinction. What ascension potentials might be open to mortals living on highly evolved planets? Let's look at some of the geographic and spiritual differences we will immediately recognize when we step further into the universe.
Mortals of the secondary modified orders of ascension. These are the progressive human beings of the intermediate evolutionary worlds. As a rule, they are not immune to natural death, but they are exempt from passing through the 7 mansion worlds.
Did you catch that? The citizens from advancing worlds can make so much spiritual progress in their lives that they may avoid mortal death altogether?
This experience of translation from the material life to the Urantia state, fusion of the immortal soul with the indwelling adjuster, increases in frequency commensurate with the evolutionary progress of the planet. Such translated souls proceed by adjuster transit direct to the resurrection hall of the appropriate Urantia training world.
Where do these people awaken? Their destinies vary greatly within our local universe.
The less perfected group reawaken on the headquarters of their local system, passing by only the mansion worlds. The intermediate group go to the constellation training worlds. They pass by the entire Urantia regime of the local system. Still farther on in the planetary ages of spiritual striving, many survivors awaken on the constellation headquarters, and there begin the paradise ascent.
These momentous first steps into the universe are utterly beyond the conceptual understanding of many living here on this, our world, Urantia. Worlds residing within local systems, approaching the era of light and life, achieve extraordinary levels of mortal advancement and interplanetary interaction. On worlds such as these, the highly evolved inhabitants have the opportunity to communicate, interact, or perhaps travel to hundreds or potentially thousands of neighboring worlds. Take a moment to ponder the intellectual, philosophical, and spiritual capacity of humans who joyfully embrace these experiences daily. And it appears that these mortal ascenders are able to awaken at an even more advanced stage in the universe.
Mortals of the primary modified order of ascension. These mortals belong to the adjuster-fused type of evolutionary life, but they are most often representative of the final phases of human development on an evolving world. These glorified beings are exempt from passing through the portals of death. They are submitted to sun seizure. They are translated from among the living and appear immediately in the presence of the sovereign sun on the headquarters of the local universe.
Bear in mind,
the translated souls of the flowering ages of the settled spheres do not pass through the mansion worlds. Neither do they sojourn as students on the Urantia worlds of the system or constellation. They do not pass through any of the earlier phases of Urantia life. They are the only ascending mortals who so nearly escape the Urantia transition from material existence to semi-spirit status. The initial experience of sun-seized mortals in the ascension career is in the services of the progression worlds of the universe headquarters. And from these study worlds of Salvington, they go back as teachers to the very worlds they passed by, subsequently going on inward to paradise by the established route of mortal ascension.
Make no mistake, to bypass the schools of Urantia requires a replete socialization experience in the universe and incredible spiritual and social maturity.
Your sojourn on Urantia and its associated spheres will be chiefly occupied with the mastery of group ethics, the secret of pleasant and profitable interrelationship between the various universe and super-universe orders of intelligent personalities.
And due to sun-seized mortals awakening on the worlds surrounding Salvington, our local universe capital, we can surmise that at the very least, during their human lives, they have engaged in significant and favorable personal interactions with a diverse range of personalities, including extraplanetary mortals and various orders of celestial beings. Evidently, a myriad of potentialities exist between the ascension paths we take from Urantia and those who live their first lives on the spheres of light and life. While all mortals share similar destinies, our origins can be vastly different. The universes of time and space are designed to provide for all of us. Back to Earth, the contrast on Urantia is stark. We live on a confused world in challenging and tumultuous times. However, these difficulties are driving constant evolutionary change, forging significant educational episodes, and genuine long-term planetary growth. Fear not. These worldly difficulties do not alter our destiny. Instead, they simply make our initial universe experience more rugged and challenging. And forget not, the universe and its celestial hosts are carefully and progressively realigning us towards the cosmos, and they will engage with us personally in this work as we grow in capacity and willingness. Together, these evolutionary experiences and celestial revelations will eventually elevate the planet to a status similar to what is now enjoyed by light and life worlds. But what changes are on the horizon? How can we participate in this curriculum? And who and what can guide us? Even with the ministries working with us, there remains one whose legacy offers a steadfast reliance for us all. Michael of Nebadon, Jesus, chose to live his final bestowal, a genuine mortal life, on our beleaguered world. And Jesus was able to utilize the vivid and rugged potentials for growth here. He was able to demonstrate the truth that sublime levels of spiritual progress and personal balance were indeed possible. And he did so for all his local universe, the universe in which our world resides. He directly demonstrated for us all the achievements and growth possible, even on a deceived and troubled planet. Have faith. While we might not be able to emulate Jesus in all of our daily acts, and while we do not benefit from those higher foundations and the stability more advanced worlds have achieved, our path of universe service starts by helping to build towards that advancing future and bringing the reality of light and life to this very planet. Jesus, during his life on this world, demonstrated that this is possible. While we are still striving to reach out to the stars, and while we are yet to comprehend the true nature of the cosmos, our real struggle, our real triumph, will be to reach out with our hearts to each other. The universe awaits us.